When you buy an electric vehicle or install a solar array, the battery is the most expensive and consequential component you will purchase. It dictates the upfront cost, the daily performance, and how long the system will actually function. Today, you are choosing between a duopoly of two specific lithium-ion chemistries, lithium iron phosphate, or LFP, and nickel manganese cobalt, known as NMC. Selecting the right one involves a harsh trade-off. You have to weigh the need for maximum range and cold weather performance against the requirement for robust safety and a decade-long lifespan. NMC offers high power. Its chemical makeup packs the highest amount of raw energy density into the smallest possible space. LFP relies on highly stable chemical bonds. It sacrifices that raw density in exchange for extreme safety and longevity. By decoding the internal chemistry and the structural designs of these packs, we can identify exactly which battery fits your driveway or your garage. Buying the wrong chemistry usually means you are either overpaying for range you do not use or rapidly wearing out a battery you intended to keep for 10 years. Battery aging is dictated by how the internal crystal structure handles the physical stress of moving lithium ions. NMC utilizes a two-dimensional layered structure. While moving energy efficiently, they fatigue and crack under repeated strain. LFP uses a three-dimensional olivine crystal lattice. Its strong covalent bonds create a rigid framework that resists structural distortion. This chart shows how those structures translate to actual use. NMC cells typically degrade to 80. Because the structure is so stable, you can charge the battery to 100% every day without damaging the pack. This stable LFP chemistry was pioneered at the University of Texas in 1997. It was John Goodenough's team that patented this iron phosphate cathode to provide a more durable alternative to standard lithium-ion designs. If you want to use the full advertised capacity of your battery every day for a decade, LFP is mechanically designed for it. NMC will structurally fatigue under the same load. Structural stability also determines how a battery reacts to heat and physical damage. High-nickel NMC cathodes decompose and release oxygen at roughly 210 degrees Celsius, which creates a significant risk of thermal runaway. To manage this risk, NMC packs require heavy mechanical safety modules, fire barriers, and complex liquid glycol cooling loops that take up significant physical space inside the car. LFP does not decompose until nearly 270 degrees Celsius and rarely releases oxygen, even when the cells are crushed or punctured. This inherent safety allows engineers to eliminate modular housings entirely. They can use cell-to-pack or cell-to-body designs, stacking long, blade-like cells directly into the vehicle frame. By removing the heavy protective barriers required by NMC, LFP packs can use that regained space for more active material, narrowing the real-world range gap. BYD's Blade battery is currently the leading example of this module-free, high-density structural integration. However, packing cells this tightly creates a challenge, managing heat across massive cell slabs without traditional cooling channels between them. Modern designs use direct refrigerant 3D dual-plane cooling to drop the system's weight by 90%. This saves mass but makes it harder to maintain even temperatures during high-speed flash charging. Because LFP is chemically safer, engineers can build the battery directly into the car's structure, effectively erasing the density disadvantage through clever packaging. When we shift from cars to home energy storage, the priorities change. A home grid system faces a relentless daily cycle, charging from solar by day and deeply discharging to power the house by night. Since these batteries sit permanently in a garage or basement, their physical weight and size are almost irrelevant. In a residential setting, fire safety and long-term cycle life are the only metrics that truly matter. This chart places LFP firmly in the ideal quadrant for home use, offering high lifespan and lower overall cost. The economic gap is massive. An LFP home battery lasts over a decade. An NMC system running that same daily cycle would need an expensive replacement in just 4 to 5 years. This explains why the vast majority of modern residential storage systems have now transitioned to LFP chemistry. For stationary storage, NMC's compact size is an expensive, unnecessary luxury. LFP is the logical choice for the home. The decision between LFP and NMC depends on the specific task you need it to perform. Your starting point is simple: Identifying the core application. For home storage, there is an unbroken line leading straight to LFP. For an EV, your choice depends on two distinct lifestyle profiles. The first is the long-distance driver, someone who frequently drives 200 miles a day, relies on public fast chargers, and parks outside in freezing winters. That profile requires maximum energy density and cold weather resilience. That is where NMC is the correct tool for the job. The second is the daily commuter, someone traveling under 150 miles a day, who wants a car that will last a decade and can be charged to 100% every night. For the vast majority of drivers, structural longevity and budget optimization make LFP the winner. Aligning your battery purchase with your actual daily reality, rather than buying for extreme what-if scenarios, guarantees the highest safety, best performance, and maximum financial value.